the People's Podcast. What's up, y'all? This is DJ Busby.
And it's your boy JKD.
And this is the People's Podcast. Want to thank you guys for tuning in. Much respect to everybody that watched last week's episode. We got a lot of viewers for that one.
Oh, yeah?
I think that might be, at this point, our highest viewed show, period.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
The numbers was crazy.
Okay.
So thank you guys for that. We appreciate all y'all, and we know y'all fast. So that's why the few. But anyway, we're back for another episode. We are fresh off of a couple, big post-carnival items that happened, events that happened weeks after our biggest festival in our city, Toronto. So let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. The
first week after Carnival, what happened? Where did we go?
We took a plane and we headed all the way to Montreal.
Montreal.
Well, some guys drove 4 or 5 hours.
Not me and that.
Me and Buzz took a plane and we landed in an hour.
Didn't we do good?
Yeah.
Didn't we make a good decision?
Yes, sir.
And then we got a rental. That was another good decision. And we stayed in the hotel. That was a very good decision.
A very good decision.
And this is something I want to draw a light on as well. I think I said it in the podcast before. But you get the comments, why you have to fly to Montreal?
Yeah.
You're so bougie, this and that. Yeah, well, when we're expected to perform at our best, I'm not driving no 6 hours to go to no camp, nothing, regardless of what the party is.
Facts.
A 6-hour drive to end up where you're going and then still be expected to be your best? Nah, come on.
Right.
Even the traveling time with the flight alone, it's a lot more comfortable, but still, I would have liked a full night's rest and giving you guys the best show I could possibly give you.
Right.
But it's big money these people are paying for us to come out and perform at these gigs. We, as a performer, got to be rested for this stuff.
Right.
And that's just the basic facts of it. And if we hadn't gone through those precautions of a flight, a rental, a hotel, bro, how much headaches would we have had this weekend?
Yeah.
That weekend.
Yeah.
Bare headaches.
And then, to be honest, like in this day and age now, the price to actually drive there is probably the same price as us flying there.
It was
the same price.
Obviously, if you carpool and share the cost, it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, right.
But if a 1 or 2 people is driving, you might as well fly.
Exactly.
Our flight was what? My flight was $250?
About $250.
Plus, and then $280. Round trip.
Round trip.
By the time Skippy was ready to go to Montreal, he checked the flights were like $700.
Right.
But if you plan ahead, that's an avenue, that's an option.
Right.
Something else we're going to be exploring for the next Camp Fete is shuttle services.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Even though there's a 6-hour travel, you don't have to drive that, excuse me. Exactly. You don't have to do that on your own.
Yeah.
Sit in somebody's coach bus and drink your life away.
Yo, I remember those days where we used to do that.
Boy, I wish I could say I remember. I don't remember much, but I remember, the fact that I arrived alive.
Right. Bubbling girls while the bus is moving. Boy, jungle juice, man, I remember those days.
Jungle juice. If you only knew the stories of Busby on those bus rides to Montreal, y'all would have a different view on Busby. I'm telling you that much. All in the pit stop, with all them people, the Caucasian people walking around. I'm bubbling, taking the pit stop, It was so bad one time. Me and a girl ended up on the floor,
Oh, gosh.
And I was bubbling her. And then when you lose your balance?
Yeah.
So I was holding on her waist, but then we both fell. And her head went and baps into the door. It wasn't bad though.
Okay.
It was funny, but that's the kind of confusion I was in going to Montreal. Because you know what it is? I'm the organizer of this bus trip with either 50 people on one bus or 100 people separated into two.
Yeah.
So everybody, is just going to be, yo, Buzz, come take a drink. Come take a drink.
Right.
I'm going to be drunk. And the crazy part is I'm the one that's supposed to be looking after all of y'all, but I messed up.
Right.
So, those were some fun trips, but we may explore doing that for the next Camp Fete.
Okay, nice.
So what was your experience of it overall?
It was good. Again, going back to the previous year, during COVID, there was a lot more people than this one.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, the vibes were still there this one. So I appreciate Judgment for putting that on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good experience. I like the whole two-day experience versus the 1 day. You know what I'm saying? Because we get to do stuff that are not in our elements. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it was cool. I liked it.
Very much so.
Yeah,
it was a great experience. It's something different. And for a lot of people in the industry, these are those moments where you guys who are party goers need to walk your talk, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're always asking for something different. You always want something new. You're tired of the same old party each and every week. But when we bring something new, I don't see the same support or praise for that.
Absolutely, bro.
And, you know, I get it. Some people don't like I'm not a camper. I made sure to have my hotel room in order.
Right.
I'm not even DJing and mosquitoes flying. Like, come on. You know, I'm under real pressure here trying to play music for y'all, but I still did it.
And fireworks.
Okay. Judgment, I promise you I was not going to say anything. But of course,
we'll say nothing.
Mr. Kaboom from last week had to come in and talk about fireworks. We'll share the story with y'all after, don't worry. But Jesus Christ, JKD. If you guys only know. Okay, but we cannot say that story on this podcast. That would not be good.
Facts.
But big up Judgment, you know, a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
It was sad to see that, you know, he didn't get what he was expecting to get.
Yeah.
But he literally sent out, you know, a memo to us as DJs saying, thank you guys for everything that you did. Thank you for interacting with the people that I brought. And more importantly, thank you because you guys helped provide an experience that there was some people that cried over being able to go there and get away for even if it was a weekend and experience something. He said somebody cried in his shoulders, bro, about like, I needed this. You don't even understand. And what you guys put together, I'm, you know, heartful over. Right. So stuff like that, even though the numbers weren't there, that's the kind of things that you want to make an impact.
Yeah.
So big up to him, the whole team. You know, thank you guys for your hospitality. Y'all brought in JKD and Busby. You know, we did our thing for sure.
Yeah, man.
You know, especially in the pool, huh? This man was swimming around in the pool. You know?
Hey man, there was a lot of people there. And I want to, you know, I want to introduce myself to people, and that's what I did. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to get to know everybody because there was not much people, right? So I got to know everybody. I was trying to introduce some girls to Buzz, you know, because he is single.
Yo, Buzz, come. Let me show you Megan. Buzz, come here, come. I'm talking. We in the pool, and he's swimming. Yo, Buzz, come over here. Let me show you Megan, dog. Who is Megan? Leave me alone. I'm cool. Don't worry. If I want to talk to Megan, I will talk to Megan. But there was a lot of snow bunnies. It was a different kind of clientele. But, you know, it was some snow bunnies with some big tail. So I was still entertained, you know, at the end of the day. It was a good vibe, you know. Yeah, so big up Cam Fete, everybody that attended. Good vibes.
Yes, sir.
You know, fast forward the week after that, I flew out to New York.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy. Round 2.
Let me just say something. You know I was supposed to come? I was going to surprise you.
I'm just waiting on these guys to ask you to say pause.
Why?
You know I was supposed to come?
Oh, come on, man.
But I know, these men are crazy, you know. Every little thing I said last podcast. So now you don't see that. That was a big pause. All right, go ahead.
You know I was supposed to reach?
I know, yeah. I could imagine.
I was supposed to reach. I was actually going to drive down with my boy because he was going to New York.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to drive down with my boy. But I decided to stay because 2 reasons. One, I had made a promise to my wife that I will not go to New York without her. And number 2, her dad just had surgery. Gotcha. So she wanted to be with him, which means I had to be with the kids that weekend. So
got you.
That's why I couldn't come.
Got you. No, that makes sense.
But I missed a good boat ride. I know I did.
You especially would have had a lot of fun. I could just leave it right there. This was round 2 of Kevin Crown's morning show boat ride out in New York. Last time, boy, was it like the fact that I was in a completely different country, a different city where I'm not supposed to know anybody, and I literally felt like home, is beyond me. And that shows you the power of what we dealt with on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
This time, bro, it was like this time was even more wholesome.
Okay.
The amount of people, and it was crazy to me because it wasn't even like, you know, I got on the boat and I saw people and they just came and said hi.
Right.
From the time I got out of the Uber, I'm hearing voices in the line. Oh, that's Busby. That's Busby. I'm like, what? I'm not expecting nobody here to know me.
Right.
So I go now. I'm just standing there talking to Shamari. Shamari was with me in the Uber.
Okay.
No, we got dropped by Tiffany, actually, one of our mutual friends.
Okay.
So we get dropped there. The line is crazy. I go on the boat. I plug in because I have a new laptop now, as I mentioned last show.
Yeah.
Plug in and make sure I have the drivers. Everything's good. I'm there early. So Kevin says, yo, bro, you start, play up until a certain point when we leave out.
Right.
And then I'm going to bring on the next DJ. And then you'll come back on so that you get a good playtime.
Right.
I said, okay, no problem, because that's my main reason for these international opportunities is the exposure.
Right.
So the more playtime, the better,
Right.
even if it's first.
Right.
So I said, no problem. Bro, I'm playing as people are walking on the boat, and majority women is coming up to me one by one like, oh my God, you're Busby, hi, or hi, Busby, and I don't know these faces.
Right, right.
Shamari's standing there watching me like, this man knows all the women in New York. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
Right.
So I'm saying hi to them while I'm playing and stuff. But then I come off the turntables. And even some men are you know, like the Sam Dollars, the all these guys. They're coming and saying hi to me. So I come off the turntables now. And this gives people an opportunity to come and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I do what I'm supposed to do. I go back and DJ. Did a wicked job. After that now, this time, because last time my mind wasn't in the position of like, let me get to know these people.
Okay.
It was more so like, this is a culture shock.
Right.
And I don't know what to expect, but I'll just take in the moment.
Right.
This time, I made a point to go up to every single one of these girls and whoever that came to say hi to me. And I'm like, come, let's take a quick picture.
Right.
I gave them my phone to type in their Instagram.
Nice.
So now I have like, you know, I could remember these names the next time I go and the faces. The vibes on that boat, bro, everybody asked me, how do the New York vibes compare? I don't even know if that was a New York party per se, because it was curated off of Twitch. So a lot of those people was just soca lovers.
Right.
This is not like a average boat ride in New York.
Right.
You know, it's soca lovers. And to be accepted like that, for people to know who I am, to respect who I am, a lot of people ask for pictures. I'm like, this is not the average day thing for me.
Right.
So just experiencing all of that and embracing it was another level of just like hospitality that I appreciated from the morning show in the Crown Army.
Nice.
I did a dub plate for them again.
Yeah.
I did Good Morning by Peter Ram.
Okay.
I wrote out the lyrics on Tuesday. Peter Ram had it to be by Friday morning.
Nice.
You know, and he made sure. I was thankful. I got to play it on the boat. And, you know, all the other DJs, Selector Sean, out of UK, where we're headed to this weekend.
Yep.
Mr. Stretch, Team Shellings.
Right.
He played Rigo Suave and Kevin.
Okay, nice.
You know, Rigo leveled that boat.
Right.
I got some video footage that I'm going to post one day. Rigo flattened that boat. And, you know, Kevin came to me at a certain point, and this is another teachable lesson. Like, even though I'm being brought to a whole nother city, you still got to be a team player in these settings.
Right.
And Kevin came to me and he's like, yo, I know I normally tell you you could do whatever you want, but just based off of how the vibes are going on the boat ride, I would just appreciate it if like you didn't do much of a newer set and leave those things for Rigo.
Okay.
And you just come with a power set or like something heavy, but keep it a bit back in terms of the years that you do it.
Okay.
So, bro, I just turned to him and I said, no problem.
Right, right.
And he just looked at me and said, thank you.
Right.
Like, thank you, Buzz. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because not many guys would do that.
Right.
And he was just welcoming to the fact that I was a team player with the situation.
Right.
I'll do that. I'm not coming there to just bust danger and just get a forward like that.
Right.
I want to work with the whole event and make sure and see the whole thing succeed.
Right.
So, you know, all said and done, cool. Got plenty wine. Plenty.
Oh, I seen.
Plenty wine. Okay. Yeah. And just getting to speak to certain people, bro, it was a different type of experience that really gave me a sort of vision into what this is going to be.
Right.
You know, like getting into a whole new space and being accepted, and I don't know if praised is the word, but people just appreciate who you are to want to come up to you and say, yo, thank you for what you do, this and that. Another big thing besides that was the fact that it wasn't just the morning show
Right.
or Twitch why people came up to me. There was a good 4 people. Remember, I'm from Toronto and I'm in New York City going onto a boat ride. There was 4 different people that came up to me on some, yo, Buzz, that tsunami party was amazing. Buzz, it's 2 weeks after tsunami and I'm still recovering from that party.
Wow.
4 people, bro.
Right.
Even if one came up to me and said that, that's something to open my eyes to.
Right.
4 different people.
Right.
Even one guy, bro, I got scared. This man is about 6'8",
Right.
kind of built.
Yeah.
Yo, you didn't get my email, dog. We didn't get in tsunami.
Oh, he didn't get it?
I emailed y'all. I said, okay, wait. Who did you email?
Yeah.
So when I looked at it, it was the wrong email he sent it to.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's why I didn't get it.
Right.
Because I hired somebody to go through those and refund everybody.
Right.
So if I didn't get your email, it's because you sent it to the wrong place.
Right.
Bro, this man turned to his brethrens. Yo, you see this guy? He's a good guy, yo. And I've been following him for years. I've been listening to his mixes on SoundCloud. Wicked DJ.
Wow.
And I couldn't get into Tsunami, but I was looking over the fence. Bro, that party looked amazing.
Right.
I'm not missing that for nothing. And now he's praising me.
Right. He didn't even get in.
He didn't even get in, and the man is praising me.
Right.
So that too shows you.
Right.
You know what? I must be doing something right.
Right.
That guy should have been pissed at me.
Right.
But he now praising me.
Right. Facts.
So
did you refund him?
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't refund everybody else and I refund him.
Yeah, true.
You know, so dealt with that. But bro, just the hospitality from the New Yorker. There was a few of the gal them that asked me if they could take me sightseeing.
Oh yeah.
I said, yo, don't make me end up in some problems and have a little New York baby talking about yo son, what it nah, I don't want yeah. You come out the womb. Yeah. Nah. Not me and that. So I said, let me ease up. Do my little sightseeing on my own, and I went up the Empire State Building.
Okay.
Bro, okay, this too. I was asking some New Yorkers beforehand, or just anybody in general, what can I go and do?
Right.
What can I go and see? I didn't know no better. So I'm at the hotel, and the day before, I was staying in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And where I was staying, I asked a couple people, is it easy to get to the main city from where I'm staying?
Yeah.
Subway-wise. They looked at me and shook their head like, nah, it's best you Uber or something.
Okay.
So I'm still thinking the next day, maybe I should look up how easy it is to Subway from where I was.
Right.
But it was at a point where I just woke up, I got dressed, I'm like, I don't even want to deal with that and look it up. Let me just Uber.
Right.
Come to find out later, bro, it's one Subway train. Straight to the Central Park,
wow.
Empire State Building.
Right. One.
And it was 4 streets away. I just had to walk up 4 blocks.
Wow.
And I would have been. But because I made that decision,
yeah,
bro, I met one of the coolest Uber drivers ever.
Okay, wicked.
He told me all the local spots to go and hit up, what to make sure and do and sightsee.
Right.
If you go here, this might be a place you want to try. He told me all the intricate things about NYC. And it was even to the point where he's like, yo, take my IG. If you need any, you have any questions, just hit me up. You cool. This man's talking to me about, yo, I'm an Uber driver and I link up, I talk to random passengers.
Okay.
But you just never know who you're talking to.
Right.
And again, he don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Right? But I told him why I'm in town. I said, I'm DJing for Kevin Crown. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that dude that do the Caribbean DJ stuff. So he know who Kevin Crown is.
Wicked. Yeah.
So that immediately was just it's such a small world.
Right.
So I tell him I'm here DJing for him. He said, okay. And then he mentioned a story how one of his passengers, he's like, a lot of these times it's just based off of your energy.
Yeah.
He's like, I could tell good energy. And I could see that in you. You have good energy.
Right.
And he just told me a story about how you just meet people and you don't know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
He's like, I met a passenger and again, same thing, just good energy. I'm talking to the man. The man said, yo, a night he was going out to party. He just said, yo, swing through.
Wicked.
Turns out the guy who he met is a employee at Apple, like a head office type employee who knows a lot of people that are associated and signed to Apple Music.
Oh, wow.
And he's now lineman with the biggest artists,
Wicked.
the biggest people who know the artists, the
Right.
bodyguards, their drivers and stuff.
Yeah.
He's in mingling with these people.
Oh, wow.
And even that he extended to me. He's like, next time you come to New York, if the stars align, I would take you to somewhere like that.
Wicked.
This is just a random Uber trip I took.
Right.
So then, initially I was trying to, exchange the contact and whatever. He was a bit hesitant at first. I think he did he does a weed shop.
Okay.
So he gave me his weed shop's Instagram.
Yeah.
But then I was getting into what I do back home.
Right.
And I showed him the tsunami video.
Right.
And this is at a stoplight. So when he first looked at it, he kind of glanced and looked and then took a double take.
Right.
He's like, this is what you're doing? So he's like, wait, let me give you my personal Instagram. So, yeah. I'm working at home and I'm just trying to build my thing to somewhere where I do this here one day.
He wanted to reach Tsunami the Bubble Tigs.
Yeah. And I mentioned to her, like, I want to do this in New York one day.
Right.
So let's keep in touch.
Right.
So all of that, bro, just worked out in my favor. I got to know a lot of I took notes. So even the stuff I missed, next time I do it.
Yeah.
On my way to the Empire State Building, he tells me, you're going to be frustrated with the lines and stuff. It's a lot. Just be patient with it, blah, blah, blah. This is Monday afternoon.
Okay.
Drops me to the Empire State Building. Bro, there is not one person in line.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
I went right through.
Okay.
Went right up.
Right.
Saw what I needed to see. Got back down and left.
Right.
There was no line whatsoever.
Okay.
So, that saved a lot of time on the trip. Then I did a little shopping, Macy's, which is like the biggest store in the world, apparently.
Okay.
Some 8-level store.
Wow.
Where it's like, imagine like Sears.
Yeah.
But then on the outsides, like, where fitting rooms would normally be?
Yeah.
Those would be stores.
Okay.
So you'd see like your McDonald's, your Lids, your Adidas, etc. in each level. So this is like the biggest, it literally is marked on the outside, the world's biggest store.
Okay.
So I went in there, did a little shopping. Just got a couple things here and there. Then I was like, I think I asked the driver, I'm like, when is the best times not to Uber?
Right.
He said, anytime between 4 and 7, forget about it. Don't even take Subway.
Right.
So I end up taking the Subway to Central Park.
Okay.
I accidentally get on the express subway that goes right past Central Park.
Wow.
Quite uptown. So I have to get off that now, travel back down to Central Park. I come out, I go into Central Park, and I just did a little walk-in, see what the situation is. I try to identify some Home Alone spots.
Okay.
And I think I found a couple.
Okay.
I swear, it looked like the stuff in Home Alone.
Right.
But, just to sightsee and see what the situation's about. I also watched that Central Park 5.
Yep.
So just to be there and experience it, live it.
Right.
So I did that. Afterwards, I got grab a bite to eat of food.
Okay.
And I said, okay, let me figure out the Subway now. And then I found out the Subway takes me right to my hotel. One Subway.
Wow.
So I get back to the hotel and I just relaxed for the rest of the night. The next day I played on Kevin Crown's morning show.
Okay.
Wicked vibes as usual.
Yeah.
Again, he just left the room
Right.
and let me do my thing.
Right.
And he said the last time, yo, I love when Buzz is here playing on this shit because I don't have to baby him. I don't have to tell him what to do. He knows exactly what to do.
Right.
So I could go somewhere else and work.
Right.
Which is what happened. And then afterwards, me and him sat down and had a real good conversation about, one thing that we could talk about too is leaving the 9 to 5 potentially.
Right.
And I don't know what your opinion is on that or your view is on that. Leaving your 9 to 5 and focusing full time on this stuff.
I mean, if it works, like, bro, everybody has a decision to make, and if it works for you and you plan it out and properly, why not do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. His words to me was, "Do you have a kid? Do you have kids?
Yeah.
No. Do you have a wife, a girl?
Yeah.
No. Do you live on your own? No." He's like, "You better do that." He said because he did all that with those restrictions.
Right.
And he's like, it was one of the best decisions of his life.
Right.
But the one thing that stuck out to me that he said was, even if you leave your 9 to 5, your 9 to 5 is always going to be there.
Yeah.
Even if you have to struggle to get back in, you know that's attainable. You've done it already.
Right.
You have X amount of years experience.
Right.
But what's going on in your DJ career right now doesn't happen every day.
Right.
So you need to take this time and own that and scale it.
Right.
And that really stuck out to me because it's facts.
Yeah.
If I've been doing this almost 15 years now,
right,
and this is the 1 year that I've seen my dreams come true.
Yeah.
and starting to get opportunities I couldn't have dreamed about.
Right.
So I think it's facts. You know, I'm still going up. I'm not just after he said I'm gonna hand in my 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm still thinking about it with responsibility.
Yeah.
But bro, just sitting there and having that conversation with somebody like him, it was life changing. You know, and again, these are rooms I don't normally get in.
Right.
So all in all, I got it, and then I went on Flatbush. You know, bought a lot of clothes I didn't need to buy, but you know,
Again.
when I go to New York, bro, you know, as a bigger guy in Toronto, where can we shop?
No, it's facts. It's
So when I go to New York, I'm a kid in a candy store when I'm in some of those stores.
Yeah.
Flatbush, I was in about 7 of those stores. Just I bought clothes I couldn't fit into my suitcase. I had to walk with a plastic bag on top of my carry-on, clothes in my backpack.
Right.
Bro. You know, so I'm a kid in a candy store when I go down there.
Right.
But did that, came back home. I think the flight was delayed by an hour, which is not so bad considering everything else these days. And now I'm back.
Nice.
You know, so New York, want to say thank you so much for your hospitality once again. Thank you to Kevin Crown, Shireen B, the whole Crown Army family for bringing me to New York for my second DJ
time.
appearance in New York. Thank you guys so much.
Is that your second time in New York, period?
Period, yes.
Wow.
And the first day,
And they're both been you playing
to
music.
DJ, yeah.
Wicked.
You know, bro, that's like everywhere else I've gone.
Yeah.
St. Lucia,
Dubai.
Dubai.
Yeah.
No, not Trinidad. Trinidad, I went for leisure.
Right.
St. Lucia, Dubai, Notting Hill,
Right.
and soon to be Ghana, St. Kitts, Japan,
Right.
Bahamas. Like
Right.
this craft and soca music is taking me to places in the world I wasn't even thinking about going to.
Right.
And you gotta love it. Like I
wicked.
always make mention in a post or something just to show my gratitude that this craft is taking me to places around the world that are now opening my eyes to different walks of life.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said in that one post, every time it's like when I go to New York, I get inspired.
Yeah.
You just see that it's literally like Alicia Keys song.
Yeah.
You see the big lights and it just inspires you to want to do more.
Yeah.
And I come back with that extra drive, like, yo, I want to be doing more than what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what I'm doing from my side of the world is getting approval, is getting praise from that side.
Right.
Alone shows me I'm in the right track. You know.
Right.
So New York, once again, thank you so much. I love y'all. You know, they always say bad things about New York, but thankfully I haven't seen that yet. Hopefully I don't see it. But thank you, New York, for another beautiful time out in your city.
Yeah, man.
After that, we dealt with No Name.
No Name.
No Name.
No Name. Yes, sir.
So talk about it.
So No Name. It was a good vibe. I mean, this is the second time that we've done it. And I feel like this one actually like, put a stamp in terms of my DJ career, just because I'm finding like a lot of people are actually acknowledging the creativity behind certain events that I do. Now, like, you know, like a lot of people put on parties and call it a name and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they do. Book DJs and that's all they do. They expect people to come out. But like for me, it's like, cause I am a creative person, I like to be creative and use that with events and with everything else that I do. So I came up with No Name. And No Name was basically why I came out with No Name was because you know, when things started opening up, I noticed that a lot of events were extremely pricey. Like we're talking like $60, $70. So I wanted to do something that's kind of affordable for our people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I wasn't looking to make any money. I just wanted to do something creative and affordable for everybody. So if you're Canadian, you know the brand No Name, and it's basically
it's a Canadian brand.
Yeah, it is a Canadian brand.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're Canadian, you know the brand No Name, and No Name is basically the cheaper alternative for name brand stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, like if you want to, let's for example, like deodorant, like a Dove's deodorant, you know. You can't afford a Dove's deodorant, you get a No Name deodorant. You know what I'm saying? Same with toothpaste. Same with like Your favorite hot dogs.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like, let me let JKD pass. And you try to throw that on me. The Glizzy King over here. Don't play that. Don't play that. This guy.
But yeah, so I played on the fact that I played on the concept. I changed the name from no name to none name, trying to make it Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a cheaper alternative to what was going on in the scene. So the first event that we did, I only charged $10. The second one, I did it free before a certain time, and then it was $20 at the door.
Now let's talk about it.
Yes.
Go ahead. I know you're itching to say that. What was the issue, Duran? What happened?
So my issue with this is an issue that we've been dealing with for a long time. Number one, our people don't know how to read. Number two, we have no sense of time management or just time, period. If I say it's free with a ticket before a certain time, that means it's free with the ticket before a certain time. Do not show up at the door at 11:20. That's what it was, right?
Yeah,
Around 11:20, expecting to get into the Fete for free. Please, you guys been going to parties for how long? You know that it's gonna take long at the door. They're gonna search you. You have to check in your ticket. They have to put a wristband. You know that takes time. That's at least 5 minutes. So I had a lot of people upset because they had to pay $20 at the door. But here's the issue. It was only $20. I didn't charge $30. There was no like after 1 o'clock it was gonna go to $30 or $40. No, it's $20 the whole night. Bro, I had at least, somebody told me, I think my brother was telling me, there was about at least 10 people that left the line because they had to pay $20.
Really disappointing.
Which is sad to me. It's just like, okay, well, you got out from where you live, out your bed, off your couch, got ready, put on lipstick, put on a nice shirt, stand in line, you find out that you have to pay $20 and to go home after that. To me, it doesn't make no sense.
It's discouraging. And especially because when you walk in the place, you saw how much attention to detail you had.
Yeah.
How much decoration, how much time you invested, money you invested.
Yep.
And you don't want to pay $20. Not even that. You don't even have the decency of showing up at a respectable time to get in for free.
Right.
He gave you the option.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't make that, pay the $20.
Right.
But that's disappointing.
It is.
It's very disappointing.
It is. But other than that, though, the event went well. The DJs play really well, actually. I'm actually surprised. Everybody loved the concept. They loved the theme. Like once females see like that there's a backdrop and there's props and stuff, man, they love that. Yeah. They swallow that up. Yeah. Pause. Well, yeah.
Well, you said females, right? So it's not.
I said pause.
It's not pause. I said pause. Fast forward.
Hold on, I said pause to save myself.
Nah, that's fast forward. Bro, yeah, as you said, we don't read. And apparently I didn't read the fact that JKD said don't nobody touch the props. No. I believe you read that and you just. Bro, I swear to God, I didn't.
You just choose to ignore it.
I didn't read that. But one of the first things I did when I got up on that stage was say, "Yo, JKD, the props look nice, but we done with all this pretty thing. I need 2 strong men to go and get them shopping carts and bring them up front." Crazy people. Bro, it was a good look, though.
You know what's funny? Because somebody already told me that you were going to do it. A couple people actually said that you were going to do that.
But didn't I do a good job with it?
It was good.
I had 2 girls in the shopping cart. The man pushed the shopping cart to the back of the venue. Everybody made way for that. That's photo ops. Come on. You see? Your boy did his thing. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Yeah. I'll put the videos into good. Facts. But yeah. Come on.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. I appreciate that. But next time, read, okay?
See him? But yeah, I would fully agree with you. It's disappointing that people were complaining about $20.
Yeah.
It's disappointing that people are trying things at the door to avoid paying $20.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, again, like, he's providing a cheaper alternative than your normal.
Right.
And you're disrespecting that by doing everything you're doing at the door, by leaving the line because you have to pay $20. You know, we do normally say if you don't want to pay it, go home, but
Right.
like $20.
Yeah. My wife brought up a point. Like, maybe she's like, maybe those are the people that you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Those are the clientels that you don't want.
Yeah, you're cutting the grass early.
Yeah. So I looked at it that way. I'm just like, you know what? That's right. At the same time, you know, like, people are asking if I'm going to do it again. And honestly, it's up in the air just because that same reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here trying to make money off of you guys, but like, you guys have to know, like, things need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, this stuff is not cheap. You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking you guys for the bare minimum. Like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You guys been paying for all these parties, and you've been paying big bucks. But when it comes down to my $20 little, you want to ask for a discount and all this stuff. I'm sorry, you can't.
And the crazy part, like, you even had the attention to detail of water bottles giving out.
Yeah.
You had, you know, the balloons, the shopping carts that you went and stole from No
I
Frills.
didn't steal them, first of all. I didn't steal them.
The man went and took a string and put a quarter on the string and put it in the
That's like, so you stole them. 'Cause
listen, back in my day, okay. I know how the thing go, Jake.
So let me clear the air about that, because people actually think I
I
stole
went
them.
to No Frills and thief
No,
two
man,
shopping carts.
I didn't steal no grocery carts. I went on Facebook Market. You know what I'm saying? I saw a guy selling carts. He was selling for $20 a cart, and I bought them. And then I went to Home Depot, bought yellow spray paint, and I spray painted them myself.
So you bought it from the guy that stole it.
No.
That's what happened. Doesn't make it any better, bro. I'm just saying.
I don't know where you got them from, but I just know he bought them. So
Just
it's
close
not
your
my
eyes and buy it?
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
It's not my problem anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, you're giving away a lot of things, you know,
Yeah,
and
man.
the branding alone just is another level.
Yeah, man.
So the fact that people don't see that is disheartening. We put
Yeah.
so much time into this stuff, and to get responses like that is not a good thing. Like,
Right,
it's
right.
just, it turns you off. Like, you're thinking about not doing this now moving
Exactly.
forward.
Yeah.
When there was realistically a large majority that enjoyed the night and
Right.
would want to see it come back.
Exactly.
The few bad apples spoil it for the bunch.
Right.
You know, but
But what was your perspective on it?
yeah, wicked event, man. It looked like a normal party that would be $20 before midnight,
Right.
$30, $40.
Right.
Like, you put in effort,
Yeah.
and that's something that I notice because that's what I do.
Right.
You know, and seeing the crowd come into place, you know, I figured the numbers were good, but I don't know. There wasn't really much competition.
No, not that day.
So with that, you know, I figured that the place would have been completely
Right.
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, the market is completely different right now.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have went into retirement after Caravana weekend, or at least hibernation, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah.
They spent a lot on their costumes, so they're not really outside like
Right,
that
right.
until they recoup. So these are all things we have to deal with.
Right.
Otherwise, you know, vibes, yeah, like you said, vibes were wicked. The early DJs did well. You played well. D-Rock.
Right.
Who else was it? Biggs.
Bigs, Blacks,
Blacks did well. Install. Myself. King B, Joshua Lucas.
Yeah.
Everybody did a wicked job. You know, and the people just clearly enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, that's a testament to what you did.
Yeah, man. Respect.
So, I don't know. Again, like Tasha said, and she's right. Yeah, 10 people left the line. Yeah, a couple people were making issues at the door.
Yeah.
But those 20, 30 people versus
Right. Right.
whatever you got that enjoyed it,
Yeah.
you know, you got to weigh your pros and cons
Yeah,
about
true.
doing it again.
True.
So, big up.
Yes, sir.
That was
Thank
wicked.
you.
What else do we do? We did We Stylish.
Yes.
We Stylish boat ride.
On the Sunday.
Yeah.
I told my wife that I was playing on it, you know, just to go home. I said, part fees pay me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what he said? The man said, yo, I'm going to bring my laptop and set it up and take a picture. just so I have proof, and then I'll take down the laptop. This guy, man.
I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
You were about to.
I was about to, but I told her.
You just going to enjoy yourself?
Yes. And I did enjoy myself. It was a good vibe.
Yeah.
It was a nice boat ride.
Yeah.
And you played all right. Like, it was, you know,
Okay.
it wasn't too nothing special. You know what I'm saying? It was not special. I mean, I could do that.
Anyways, no, we stylish was vibes. The people clearly came out to have fun.
Right.
That's what I love
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
You know, when people, their intention is to be out, come dressed up nice,
Right.
and your intention is to party. It's not a photo op.
Right.
You're not standing at the side posing and no, it's party time.
Right.
I like to play for people like that.
Right.
You know, and when I see that vibe, it just encourages me to continue to play better.
Right.
It doesn't throw me off. It doesn't make me feel like I need to maneuver and switch.
Right.
The people were just there ready to party. Again, to the point where I think Dukes came up to me. He's like, bro, I remember you when you weren't a beast, you know. And you're a beast now, you know.
Yeah.
And he had to share this with me. He was like, there was a couple people that he didn't know
Right.
that stopped him. And I guess they were partying in the same area. And they just stopped him and they're like, who is that DJ? And he's like, that's Buzz B. And they were like, yo, like, he has had us moving since he started playing.
Okay.
Like, the vibes that he has is crazy and I love it.
Right.
They're like, where can we find him on socials? And he gave them the Instagram or whatever.
Okay.
But he's like, I had to share that with you because this is what you're doing now. You are attracting new people.
Right.
And I think that was the same people from London
Okay. Right.
who we're going to see now
Right.
in a couple days.
Right.
And one of those guys, the guy of the group,
Yeah.
he stopped me and came and gave me daps at the end of the cruise. And he's just like, you had me partying like I haven't partied in a while.
Right.
And the music that you were playing just had me in a different
Right.
zone to like, I'm exhausted now because of how you played.
Right.
And I just want to thank you for that. And these are I don't know these
Right.
people.
Right.
You know, and now this is somebody that's going back to London to go and tell their people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ironically, me and my brethren
Yeah.
are going to be in London this weekend. So link up. We exchange Instagrams. So said, so done. So
Wicked.
it's again, just a building process, continuously just doing what I know how to do best. And the fruits of that
Right.
just blossoming,
Right.
you know? Last but not least, before we close out, this is just a quick story time episode. But last but not least, my niece, unless you have anything else.
No, I'm good.
My niece, Amaris, I want to say I'm so proud of her. She did a lemonade stand.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think my sister said she's been talking, because it's my niece, Amaris.
Yeah.
She's been talking about doing this for a couple years now.
Okay.
I think with friends. But a big aspect of that was she sees what I'm doing.
Right.
With Tsunami, with my Soca Sleepover, my events, my DJing,
Right.
flying everywhere. Like, even though me and her joke around and she makes joke like, are you going away again this weekend?
Right.
If I say yeah, she'd be like, okay, great. There's no, nobody's going to annoy me this weekend. But you know what it is?
Right,
like, she misses
right.
the fact that I'm gone. But
Right.
she sees all of these things. And she has made mention to the fact that, like, Uncle, I'm going to be starting my own business just like you.
Wicked.
And, like, I'm going to be doing it. And my business is going to be so much better than yours. And
Right.
But just seeing that what I'm doing is influencing this 8-year-old.
Right. Right.
And now she has fully done her own lemonade stand business to the point where she made a damn good amount of money. One of the people that were out there, I'm not going to say who, but they were like, yo, I'm honestly thinking about starting my own lemonade. Because seeing the cash that she was bringing in.
Right.
You know, and she did a very good job.
That's good.
So I have to say, I'm so proud of her. Her mom was very helpful. She set up the whole canopy and like
Right,
the Hawaii looking thing. It was a very good look. My parents were instrumental in it. Myself, I just helped in little places where I could.
Okay.
One thing I did was I got an envelope and I put some money in it and sealed it.
Yeah.
But on the envelope, I wrote invest and then lines, I asked my sister to write it because my writing is chicken scratch. My niece probably couldn't even read. I told my sister, write invest, line to write the definition, and investor.
Okay.
And lines to write the definition.
Right.
And I gave it to her and I said, you can't open this until you define each one of those
Right.
and understand what they mean. So once she did that, then she opened it and saw the money that I gave her.
Right.
And I said, that's startup funds. Like,
Right.
this is an investor. This is for me to help you grow your business.
Right.
So she was very appreciative of that. And that pretty much doubled what she brought in from the lemonade stand
Wicked.
situation.
Yeah.
So she did very well.
Okay, nice.
You know, and part of that was my sister teaching her, you know, when you make this kind of money, you don't just take it and pocket it.
Right.
Part of it is proceeds to a good cause.
Right.
So they both decided on giving it to Sick Kids Hospital, part of
nice.
the proceeds.
Okay.
So that sign was up on the table that some of the proceeds are going to Sick Kids Hospital.
Okay. Okay.
You know, and the rest is just not only buying back what was purchased,
Right.
but reinvesting it and building it bigger for next year.
Right.
So I'm just so proud of her, and just to see that happen, 8 years old.
Yeah.
She did a lemonade stand business and brought in a good amount of money.
Right.
So, you know, and just to get her mind, the gears rolling from that young,
Yeah. Yeah.
the sky's the limit at that point.
Okay.
You know, because my gears only started running like that from what, 19?
Yeah. Yeah.
My knucklehead self, I was more interested in video games for
Right.
majority of my teens.
Yeah.
She 8 and doing that. So
Big
big up my niece. You know, she did a very good job, and I'm proud of her.
Nice.
But that's, yeah, I would say that's it for story time on this episode.
Nice, man.
Be safe to you guys, because this episode is airing right before, 2 weeks before the long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll bring another episode for you guys before the long weekend,
Yes, sir.
and let you guys know what's up for that long weekend, and probably go back to the roots of what the show is.
Right.
You know,
Right.
just take them on a journey of relationships, wealth, health, and entertainment.
Yep.
So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you for listening. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. Just find us, listen to us, and enjoy.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you on the next one on the People's Podcast.
Peace.